So we're going to make some mustard lemon chicken. Yeah, mustard lemon chicken. Just on kitchen. I just got these pork chops or pork loins. And I added lemon pepper salt. And I added garlic powder, onion powder, turmeric. Just gave them a good rub. And this is where they're at right now. They're just frying up its head. And then we're going to pair this off with some mashed potatoes, honey. This is like some real Paula Deen shit here. Let me tell you something. Everybody has a style of cooking. This is why I like to fry my pork chops or pork loin. I just put them all in one pan and just kind of toss them around there, get that browning going on. We're going to add a little bit of no, we're not going to add a little Chardonnay. I'm not really a Chardonnay person. But we going to, okay, well, that's all I got down here. It's just Chardonnay. Okay, well, that's what we're going to use. Now, I cooked this in a little bit of grapeseed oil. And I let the fat render down there. See that? I'll show you how I'm going to make the sauce in a little bit. To this, I want to throw some garlic. Like this close. I got to find something to stir it. Just kind of do like this. And we're going to throw, I don't know, a cup of wine. And let it simmer. No, I don't know. I'll put about maybe a glass of wine in here. And then I'm going to put my I don't know, that I got one of these kids over here, you know, the inbred ones. He was saying something. You know, I'll put my meat back in there. Okay. See, I'm going to put it back in here. I'm just going to let it cook. Because it's not fully cooked. But you don't want them to dry out these tenderloins, because once you dry them out, they ain't no good no more. So let it make its juice. And then to this, we'll pull some of them out, and we'll stick some cornstarch and some Dijon mustard, some lemon, okay? Now, I'm going to let these simmer down and cook, okay? And they're going to cook in that wine with the garlic. And to that, after I feel like they've been cooking for about 15 minutes, I'm going to add some butter, a whole stick of butter, because everything tastes better with butter, right? So I threw a 3/4 of a stick of piece of butter in there. Just gonna let that cook down. Let it simmer. That's the idea. Let it simmer. Alright, so I'm taking out my chops. And to this, I'm going to add some soy sauce and some Dijon mustard. Some cream. And a little bit of cornstarch to give it that thickener. I had little bits of mustard. So I got my Zulia. Yeah, this is Zulia Kitchen. It's really coffee, but you know what's great in your sausage? To this, I'm going to put a little bit of cream. Okay, just a little. And I didn't have no cornstarch, so I'm going to have to use a little bit of flour. Okay, I'll show what that looks like. So here you go. And just do it like that. See if it'll give me the thickening that I need. And look at that. See that? It's already starting to do its thing. Also, you know, I always have like dried onions on hand. And I just like to put them in food sometimes. And I just threw that in here. I'm going to throw some pepper in this right now. So, I cook my potatoes with the skin on. Just throw some cold water after boiling them. Get all that junk out of there. Let them cool down a little bit till they're warm to the touch. And I just peel them right off after they're cooked. Then I'm going to throw some cream in there, some butter. I don't know, maybe I'll put some seasoning. Maybe just salt, because that Dijon mustard sauce that I made is going to pair up good with this. I'll throw a whole stick of butter in here and leave a little bit of water so it can start to melt. And then I'm going to add some cream. I'm going to just smash them up. You ever see this thing from Pampered Chef? This is the greatest thing they ever invented. I like my potatoes kind of chunky. So, I'll show you what they're going to look like later, okay? So, this was like 6 potatoes. 6 potatoes. I like to make lunch for my husband. I added just a little bit of salt, pepper. I'm just going to smash this up. And I added some cream, okay? This is what we're going to have with our food. You know, do the cream and all that for thickness. This ain't a science. Cooking food is not a science. Baking is a science. Now, that's some shit you really have to pay attention to, and it's very detailed. So, here's dinner. I'm going to scan over this. Look at that. Dijon mustard chicken, green beans, and plain mashed potatoes. And that is how you make pork loin chop in a Dijon mustard sauce with simple mashed potatoes and green beans. That was delicious. Now, that is a meal fit for a king, and I got a king coming home. My man is coming home, and I stand by him, and I make him his dinners. He's a good man. That's the way you take care of a good man. But if he wasn't a good man, he'd be stopping at the bars and coming home and expecting me to cook dinner and not do nothing for me. Well, I'll tell you what, I'd kick him to the curb, he wouldn't get dinner, and I'd tell him to walk out that door and don't let the damn door hit you in the ass, okay? But I got a good man. Praise God, I got a good man. So he's getting a good dinner tonight. And I can't tell you what else we gonna do.